his head she screamed, blood moon's eerie gleam, battle cries through the dark, leaving fear's deep mark. Echoes of sins long past, fighting shadows deep and vast, blood-stained blade in hand, stand your ground, make a stand. Cursed whispers fill the air, spirits cry, beware, beware, through the fog and through the flame, monsters here know my name. Off with his head she screamed, blood moon's eerie gleam, battle cries through the dark, leaving fear's deep mark. Off with his head she screamed, blood moon's eerie gleam, battle cries through the dark, leaving fear's deep mark. Echoes of sins long past, fighting shadows deep and vast, blood-stained blade in hand, stand your ground, make a stand. Cursed whispers fill the air, spirits cry, beware, beware, through the fog and through the flame, monsters here know my name. Silent screams, hearts break, nightmares.
One second, I needed to turn that way the fuck down. So, welcome to a special episode of Bitey's Breaks. Normally, Monday night, we do Shattered World game design. Unfortunately, I have reached a point where, while I am still finishing up the Quick Start Guide, I'm just at a point where I can't actually show you guys anymore without massive spoilers. Or, you know, dying while trying to drink water. That is my other special skill. So, instead, we're going to play some Monster Rancher 2. Nice, chill, easy night. And I will be answering any questions y'all have about the Shattered World. And forgetting what the fuck I was even doing. That's the important part. Always forget what you're doing. No, we did make D rank. Right? I think so. Yes. Honestly, a little bit. Nothing direct. Is he happy? Is he sad? Did he cheat? Okay, he's happy. The main inspiration that I took, two of them really. So, number one, a lot of the enemies for Monster Rancher pull from real world mythology. They're obviously very different and modified, whereas in my game, they're much closer to their original, or at least that's what I'm trying to do. The other thing is, Monster Rancher is a classless system. Theoretically, there's absolutely nothing stopping me from... Let me go back to the stats. So, clearly, Fate wants to be a intellect-based monster. There's absolutely nothing stopping me from pumping all my time and energy into raising his defense and power and relying on his physical attacks like Tail Assault. Absolutely nothing stopping me from doing that. Is it efficient? No. But I can. And it's the same way with the Shattered World. When I create my character, if I decide I want to play the big dumb fighter with a shotgun and put all my points and skills towards that, and then, you know, after a couple missions decide, well, I kind of want him to learn a bit more about magic, I can start putting his ranks in occult, in knowledge occult, and mental acuity, and representing that. Will he be as good as the pure shotgun wielder? No. Will he be as good as the pure mage? No. But I can do it. And he will have unique advantages over both. What the fuck did he even like? I don't know, we're giving you tablets. That's the main inspiration from Monster Rancher. There's nothing direct, unfortunately. Oh, of course. Let's see. I know it's only going to be 1,000 rather than 2. Tell you what, let's rest him. Let's not worry about the tournament this month. Because we just made D. He's not going to make C. Both of them are sharp. Okay. That would be cool. So you can absolutely imitate that. When our quick start guide releases, it will have 8 pre-made characters, each with their own specialties, their own skills, etc. And there's absolutely no stopping you from taking those characters, taking the library where the initial game is set, and saying, okay, fucking kill each other. There's nothing stopping you from doing that style of game. Let's see if I can do it. Is he really gonna fail? Alright, good job. Hey, we got a skill. Alright. I no longer care. Good job. Alright. Getting some more life points. I like that. No. No. Almost. He tried. I'll give him that. He's just a fucking eyeball. Like... Yeah, good job, dude. Hell yeah. And speed went up. Alright. Good job, dude. First, I want to see your special attack. There we go. We've got our telepathy. One of the things I will say, if you're going to do a battle royale, as with any game, make sure everybody knows what the hell is going on. But B, 1, 2, 3. So I can train twice. And then rest. I would probably give players a couple extra hit points. If only because, especially at character creation, the gap between ranged weapons and melee weapons is fairly high. Now that is by design. Melee weapons do a lot more damage because they are inherently a lot more risky. Unlike a... Oh, you cheating piece of shit. Whatever. Alright, you can rest, and now we fight to the death. Stay back. Ah, shit. God damn it. Yep, I lost. It's okay. It is okay. As long as I can get a victory or two, I don't have to win. I'm just trying to earn money at this point. Alright, Milliam is gonna kick my ass. We're gonna lick the shit out of her. Wait. Cool. You can absolutely lick in the Shattered World if that is what you choose to do. I can't guarantee it'll be effective, but you can absolutely lick. Alright, so I still have a chance. If I win, and if Milliam wins, we'll go to tiebreaker. Okay. Low accuracy, low evasion. That's what I get for saying shit out loud. Jesus. Yeah, I lost. Yep. Oh well. I came closer than I thought I would. Oh god. Colette is absolutely a pixie. Lino's probably the rabbit. No, Crimson is the rabbit. Light armor, decent speed, lots of damage. Emor would be one of the lobster dudes. Yeah, that's all four. Grow and be a strong monster. I'm just using you for breeding fodder. Do you like that? Nope. Alright, Fate's kind of an ass, but I like him. We love you, Fate. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Fuck it. No. No. We know we'll lose if we hop in. Oh, come on. Even the bird's like, what the fuck, dude? Nope. Really? Ah, fuck it. Let's fail at this tournament instead. I'll train him 2 more times and prepare for the next tournament. That'll work out. Fail, fail. Okay. Probably gonna get our ass kicked. And by probably, I mean abso-fucking-lutely. Oh, shit. Kill him! Run away! Damn it! 2 fucking hit points. That bastard. Alright. I gotta get at least 1 or 2 victories. There we go. There we go. I will take that victory. So, the most challenging about developing a TTRPG is the little stuff. One of my greatest strengths and weaknesses, in my opinion, is actually the same thing, and it's that I've been playing tabletop RPGs for literal decades now. I started when I was 12 years old, and I'm 42 now. So, I have 30 years experience. The problem is, that means there's a lot of baked-in assumptions that I will make without even realizing it. One of the most important things for me, especially early on, was to send a sample of a rule I was working on to friends of mine that don't play tabletop RPGs, that have no idea about the ins and outs of various systems. Hey, real quick, what do you think about this? Does this make sense? And without fail, they would come back with a bunch of questions like, what the fuck is this referring to? Alright, cool, I'll make sure that... And making sure everything flows well and works well, not just for people who've been playing for a while, but for new players. The hobby can't grow if we don't continually reach out and entice new people to play. As far as developing an online presence, that sucked. I don't like people at all. I've never been good at it. Yeah. Excuse me. I'm professional. No, for an online presence, it's something you have to dedicate actual time to. And unfortunately, I have a full-time job, and I'm a dad, and there's just so many hours in the day, you know? Ah, shit. Ow! Ow! Motherfucker! Of course. Yeah, it is. It is a mochi. So all monsters can have a breed and then a subbreed. That is a mochi combined with a pixie. Stop kissing me. Shit. Oh, you whore. So honestly, my favorite interaction, the second year I presented this, it was still very much in the alpha build. It was at Twin Tiers Comic Con in Elmira, New York. I was running a couple games, and I had this grandkid. I had 4 players. One of them I already knew. There was another player I didn't know, and then this grandkid and his grandfather. And his grandfather was this old Vietnam War Marine vet. And he sat down and he's like, I've never played any of this shit before. I don't know what I'm doing. The kid likes games like this. I'm like, absolutely, man. So I gave him a quick run through, explain shit, and everybody knows that. Now, I love the Marines. I do. I was in the military as well. They would tell you I wasn't. I was in the Air Force. It's different, and I get it. Some of us deploy to deserts. Some of us deploy to Motel 6s. I understand. But he sat down, and within about 5 minutes, he was rolling dice right along with everybody else. He was coming up with shit. And he just had a grand fucking time. And by the end of it, him and his grandson were chilling, hanging out, playing, and laughing right alongside everybody else. I loved that. Tabletop RPGs, in my opinion, are different from video games or even other medium in that they encourage an extremely high amount of interaction between the other players, both tactically and role playing. They encourage you to work together, to talk together, and to just interact. And when that happens, it's fucking great every time. I love it. So that has probably been my favorite interaction. I need to increase his skill even more. that's a hell of a lot of damage, but, you know, I'm sitting at a 35 to 40% hit rate. Oh, thank God. I will take 2 victories. God damn. Yeah. You know, to go back to your earlier question, what have you found the most challenging about developing a tabletop RPG? To expand on the little things, I used to joke that I got into designing my own tabletop RPG because I wanted to write about the lore and the setting and the interactions between different organizations, and that was what I was really interested in. But instead, I was sitting here statting out 5 different forms of fucking rope. And it was a joke, mostly. Like 40% joking. Um, when you play, or when you're designing your own tabletop RPG, have you considered selling Mr. Bitey's merch? Yes, I have. Um, my main concern, my main worry is that this is basically a one-man operation. I don't want to get to the point where I'm neglecting the actual game in order to sell crap. If that makes sense. Succeed, you piece of shit. You know what? I'll take it. Whatever. Um, so yes, I have debated it. We are working on some. Unfortunately, it's a slow process because again, um my primary goal when I'm not working my full-time main job or you know, being a dad or any one of the other 100 demands on my time is getting the actual game set and out. I can, but part of that comes to me being stupid. Um, like, I wish I could say it another way, but it is what it is. I don't like putting out a half-assed product. I don't like putting out something that doesn't have a purpose. Um, Especially not with the way the economy is right now. I find it very hard to justify to myself selling miscellaneous shit. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know about you, but every time I go to the grocery store, I cry a little bit. Um, it's if times were better, if people's jobs were better, if the economy was better, I would absolutely go a lot harder on the peripherals, on the merchandise, on that kind of thing. Unfortunately, we're not in that scenario. Maybe this is my naivety showing, maybe this is my lack of business acumen showing, but I can't justify um I just can't justify it to myself. My goal is to put out a good product, not to soak y'all for every penny I can. You know, I won't microtransaction shit. I can't do it. I can't do it. Fuck it. This is gonna be my last tournament, I think. There we go. And now to get our ass kicked by Sakura art. Wait a minute, licking's my thing. Fucking hit the bitch! Oh, you whore! The last second was robbed. That's okay. Hey, I will take second place. That's basically food for the month. Yeah, second place is solid. So one of the things I like about the 10 a.m. stream is they very much took to heart something that a lot of game groups I've seen struggle with. Most tabletop RPGs, especially the big ones. One sec. All right. Excuse me. So, most tabletop RPGs, especially the big ones, you know, your D&D, your Pathfinder, while they may pull in like a Renaissance level tech, like you'll have, you know, firearms and shit like that occasionally. Modern fantasy, urban fantasy, market share wise, is a very small percentage of the tabletop RPG market. It is not well represented at all. Now, there are a lot of different games that fit that genre, but none of them are very big. So, most players will automatically fall into that medieval fantasy, Tolkien fantasy mindset when they sit down to roll some dice. You know, I have to be within 2 or 3 squares of my target. I can only see what's in the room in front of me. They won't really branch out. One of the first things that Super Destructo's character Emor did was try to find where the security office is and immediately start hacking into the security feeds. Little things like that. I love that. The Shattered World is urban fantasy. It is a modern setting. Yes, magic exists, but so do cell phones and skyscrapers and elevators. Now, this didn't happen on the stream. This happened in one of my initial playtests with that same group. But there was basically the second floor of this office building had been completely infested with zombies. So they hopped into the security office. They overrode security protocols. They sent the elevators up. They opened the doors. They let a couple zombies stumble in. They closed the doors. They brought the elevator down and took out the zombies piecemeal. That was awesome. That was great. Little things like that. Grenades and other explosives. exist in the Shattered World. Absolutely use that to your advantage. There's a reason why one of the craft skills I made sure to implement was craft structural. For specifically that reason. Not just that reason, but do I want to aim for the magic banana? I know I said that was my last tournament, but I'm going to fuck around and try this tournament. I want that banana. Oh, I'm going to get my ass kicked. Never mind. Jesus. Yep. All right, so we're going to go ahead and call it here. Thank you everyone who came out tonight. By that I mean Mad. Thank you, Mad, for hanging out with me. Tomorrow will be our Bitey's Breaks. We are going to be continuing with Baldur's Gate 3, playing our Frad game. So, also, as a reminder, this, I'll go over all this Sunday because it's more appropriate then. Anyway, yeah, everybody, take care, be safe, and I will see y'all next time.